This is to give you a little more idea about the BTech program, Naval Architecture. Now, some of the world's leading universities, like the University of Osaka in Japan, the famous American universities of New Orleans and Michigan, offer naval architecture as one of their prime programs. And British universities like Southampton and Strathclyde also offer naval architecture. Some of the top Indian institutes like Kharagpur, Madras offer naval architecture. And locally, our own Cochin University of Science and Technology is also offering BTech in naval architecture. Now, as we already know, this is one of the fields which offer the highest average starting salaries in comparison to every other stream of BTech. Okay, so that's one of the good things about BTech in naval architecture. But then there are so many other things which you need to know. See, in BTech naval architecture, you are exposed to a humongous number of softwares, much more than probably any other stream of engineering except probably computer science. And these programs are highly specialized and concerning the shipping industry. Now, it's also one of the streams of engineering which offers tremendous exposure to communication and managerial skills. You know, unlike other professions, naval architect needs to be pretty good in communication because he may have to manage a multicultural team. He needs to be pretty good in managerial skills because he has to manage people from various professions like naval architecture, other streams of engineering from chemistry, oceanography, environment, and a host of other professions. So he needs to be excellent in managerial skills. Now, coming to the software exposure, is remarkable. See, starting with the area called the surface modeling. What that means is the surface of the seagoing vessel, ship or whatever, needs to be designed in such a manner that it is most fuel efficient and most stable in the water environment. Now, this is done with the help of softwares. It would be impossible, humanly impossible, to do surface modeling for a ship. So we have to depend on software. For this, you would be learning the world-famous softwares, Napa and Rhino. Strange names, I know, but these are the names the founders of these software assigned to them, so we have to take it. Okay? The second area where the humongous use of softwares is relevant in naval architecture is what is known as stability analysis. This is an area which is critically important because the ship needs to be extremely stable in turbulent waters. So this again cannot be done manually. So we need to depend on a good number of software to achieve this. Okay. So in this category, you have softwares like Avina Marine Initial Design. You have MaxSurf Modeler and such other software which help in surface stability and stability analysis. Okay. The third relevant area is what is known as the resistance calculations. See, a ship needs to cut through waters without much resistance or with least possible resistance. Okay, so for which you need to use advanced software. So you will be using software like ShiftFlow and Steer Fluent and Star Cesium. Okay, this is to make sure that the ship moves smoothly without much resistance, even in turbulent waters. Okay, and next area would be hydrodynamic analysis. This is the analysis of the interaction between the vessel and its surrounding waters. So we need to study this carefully to prevent accidents and to make sure that the ship is able to adjust to the changes in the marine environment. Okay, so Avina Marine Initial Design is a software of choice here again. Okay, now there are other areas like seakeeping, maneuvering, and diffraction analysis. Okay, so these are actually analysis of how the ship can be maneuvered easily, comfortably, and safely especially through rough waters. Again, we need to depend on software. We will be checking out software like Star Cesium, OpenForm, Vamit, ANSYS Aqua, and Orca Flex. Okay, these are the software which are used for making sure that the ship can be maneuvered easily through the waters. Okay, now in production design, again, number of software is being used. So Avina Marine's Foran is one of them, and you have the software like the Nupaz Admatic, and you have the Napa Steel. These are the softwares which are used in production design. Okay, now the prospects of a naval architect is tremendous in that the starting salaries are pretty good, and the leading employers in India would be primarily shipyards like your Mazagon, Goa, Garden Reach, Cochin Shipyard, and Hindustan Shipyard, etc. And then a lot of private shipbuilders like L&T Airlines would be offering you pretty good assignments. Okay. Then comes the area called classification. This is the specialized organizations which classify ships based on its weight, laden weight, and things like that. Okay, so here you have the International Register of Shipping and the Lloyd's Register, which employs naval architects. And then you have tremendous opportunities in marine design consultancies. Like you have the leading ones are Vedam, you have Ares, you have Marine Tech, you have Conceptua, you have Buoyancy, so many agencies which are into marine design consultancy. So tremendous opportunities in a host of fields, and tremendous exposure to the world's leading cutting-edge software, tremendous exposure to communication skills, tremendous exposure to managerial skills. So it's the best of both worlds. So naval architecture is one of the streams of choice for an engineering aspirant, no doubt about it. Thank you very much.